name's Buster.
And my name's Boots.
And welcome back to the BeamNG AI Racing Series for Race 7.
Yes, welcome back. This is a qualifying for Track Day Toys.
Yes, it is. And I'm looking forward to seeing how these vehicles do.
Yeah, me as well. There's quite a mix of budgets, isn't there?
Yeah, because there are some of the vehicles that are worth about $20,000, right up to $500,000 for the Genesis F2.
Yeah, so it'd be interesting to see how these vehicles get on.
Yeah, I'm wondering because some of these vehicles, like the Genesis F2 and the Cheria F320, have so much downforce that I don't know how they'll do. Because how high will they go up on the jump, and how brutally will they be dragged back down to the earth after on the end of the jump?
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, what's your sort of favourite here?
For me, it's got to be the VR64. That's a classic rally vehicle.
No, it is, but apparently it's quite a handful to drive.
Yes. Reportedly, it's a very difficult vehicle to drive, so I don't know how it's going to get on. What about for you?
For me, probably the Genesis F2, I think, or the Civetta Bolide, which, by the way, means fireball in Italian.
Wow, look at you, a man of the world.
Yes, I am, and thank you very much.
So, the Sunburst is the first to go with a 3.7 0 to 60. You'll see we mixed up the power to weight ratios to make it a little easier to look at.
Yeah, we decided to because now it's brake horsepower per tonne. So if your vehicle is 1 tonne, then the brake horsepower is basically the same. But if it's less than a tonne, you end up with more of brake horsepower. And if it's over a tonne, of course, the brake horsepower comes down. That's basically how it works.
Yeah, so it's an interesting way to match up all these vehicles. So anyway, we've started with quite possibly the most normal looking of all the vehicles.
Yeah, it's one of the most normal looking.
Oh no! The Sunburst, he's lost his control on that landing. So in slow motion, you can see the right-hand side hits the ground first, which means the weight shifts rapidly to the left side, and then opposite lock, and he's going sideways into that barrier.
Yeah, it looks like he lost it. He just didn't know how to control it on that landing. I suppose it threw him off, and he went straight into the barrier.
Yeah, that's a shame. Now let's see if the Sunburst can pick it back up, and let's see what sort of time, and see if he can pick it up for the second lap.
Yeah, let's see. So this is going to have cost him on the first lap?
Yes, it did. A 38.37, which isn't really a great time. Let's see how he does, and can he bring us back for the second lap?
Yeah, let's see how he does now. This is that jump that caused him trouble in the first time.
It did, and you see again the front left of the vehicle came down and contacted the ground first, but this time he had it under control.
Yeah, and it looks like that front bumper is going to come off, and that carbon hood is quite that badly damaged as well.
Okay, crosses the line for lap 2 at 27.01, which is just off the track record, which is held at the moment by the Owl.
The Owl.
Yes, the Owl did a 26.04 and currently holds the track record.
So next is the Civetta Bolide Evolution. So this is based on the chassis of the original Civetta Bolide, but it's got a nice different shaped front end and rear end. Oh, here we go. Go on, sir. The Italians are back to take over.
Looks like they are. The Civetta Bolide looks beautiful. It looks like it's in, and I love the rear end. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so but at the front end as well, the car all round looks great. So we're getting set up, ready to go. The Civetta Bolide Evolution. Here we go.
Yes, let's see how the Civetta Bolide does. I'm hoping this gets a better time than the Sunburst. I mean, it's got the power, nice wide track, low centre of gravity. Let's see how well the Civetta does on lap 1.
Oh no, that is not a good lap 1. Okay, an onboard camera, the front end just flicks up. And let's just hope it doesn't stop the driver from seeing where he's going.
Well, at the moment, I don't think so, because look, it's completely open, so at least the driver can see where he's going.
Yeah, but as you can see, that extra weight now extended over the front wheels, front axles, is making probably a lot of understeer, I imagine.
Yeah, I reckon probably it is going to cause him. It's going to be difficult for him to steer. The precision of his steering is going to be affected. He's probably going to get a lot of understeer.
I think so. So here we go for the end of the first lap on that jump. What do we get here? A 40.59. So a slower time. Oh dear. The front end is all over the place. Oh dear. It's flapping all over. Oh dear. Oh, now he's lost the rear end.
Oh, easy. The Italian is undressing himself. Might be a tactic to save some weight, who knows, but now he's got no downforce.
Okay, this time he misses those tyres nicely. A great jump by the Civetta Bolide.
without the rear end and with the front end flopped open.
Oh my goodness, you just put a really bad image in my head.
Why?
Oh, anyway, moving on.
Second lap, 27.94. So that puts the Civetta Bolide very close again to that lap record, but just behind the Sunburst.
Yeah. Wait. Here we go. So the Ibishu Covet V6 R4, a bit of a classic. So it's about a ton, but we don't know much information, unfortunately. So it's a bit of a mystery.
Yeah, he shouldn't be allowed in this. If he's not going to let us know what sort of power.
Oh my goodness! Listen to the sound of that. Oh my goodness! Here we go. This thing is a beast.
Yeah, but I was saying if we don't have the info, we shouldn't be allowed to enter.
Oh, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Oh my god, look how skinny those wheels are. That looks a bit weird. Those wheels are really skinny, like bicycle wheels.
Okay, so the story of that is, beautiful drifting by the V6R4. So yeah, what happened was, in the testing earlier on, the V6R4 is so brutal that it just kept ripping up its tyres, which the guys arrived with. So they had to put these spare wheels and tyres on, which are a lot more narrow, but at least they're not popping.
I think they should have just let him run. Let him run with no tyres.
Why? That's not fair. He needs to have a fighting chance. He needs some rubber at least.
Yeah, but if the wheels that he brought were kept popping, they should have just let him use those tyres that are popping.
Oh no, he's hit those tyres. Tyres is the conversation of today. Tyres everywhere. Tyres in the wall. Tyres on the... Whoa! The front end came down, which is funny because it's rear engine.
Oh no, he's gone straight into that barrier.
So slow motion, so it's for some reason dipping on the front. Maybe it's the front spoiler is bringing that front end down, because the engine is actually in the back, or mid-engine rather.
Yeah, so with the front end slammed into the ground first, he lost control, understeered, and just lost control, went straight into that barrier.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. A lot of the cars are struggling, aren't they?
Yeah, the first lap is causing all sorts of trouble.
Okay, 38-second dead, which all these vehicles are getting a similar sort of first lap. Let's see if the V6R4 can sort it out for the second lap and bring him back in with a fighting chance.
Beautiful jump there by the V6R4. The front is all smashed in because there's no engine in there, so the front is just collapsed in.
So it'll be interesting to see now how the V6R4 can do at the end of the second lap. All right, let's have it. Wow, a 26.37, which is just off. Well, yeah, it's off. The Owls track record is 26.04. All right, so now it's the FFE, which is the FFE-Motorsports. FFE Engineering.
Yeah, get it right.
All right, it's a FFE Engineering. Now, this is an interesting little story. So this vehicle is basically FFE Engineering bought up lots of Ibishu parts, and then they built this thing from basically the old Ibishu parts that they bought off of Ibishu. So it's quite interesting. So it's so it's built with Japanese parts, but it's built and engineered in Belgium.
All right, so we're getting ready to go for the first lap for the FFE Entertaining.
Well, yeah, we'll see how entertaining this is, and it will be interesting to see how well the FFE does. Okay, no incidents so far on that first proper jump, and again the front end comes down. And I would have thought, because of that rear wing pulling the car down, I would have thought the back would come down.
Yeah, I would have thought that too, but the front end came down and smashed into the ground, but it doesn't look damaged yet.
Okay, so that one is a 3085. Deals with the bend beautifully, and it seems to be dealing with the jumps quite well.
Yeah, that sort of 30-second... Oh, wait, no, let's see how he does. Again, the front comes down and then bounces back up, and he spun out again and lost a wheel.
Oh, dear, yeah, so the Featherfoot now has lost a wheel, and I'm wondering how well the Featherfoot's going to do.
Yeah, the Featherfoot has lost a wheel, but now, oh dear, and he's now undressing. He's taken his cue from the Italian and is undressing himself.
Okay, so the Belgian and the Italian were undressing themselves. I don't know whether that's going to make them any lighter, because I mean these parts are fiberglass anyway, or carbon fiber, so they don't weigh very much.
No, I suppose, but now he's down to 3 wheels, so I don't know. That's the worst lap so far is 48.64. So the first lap for the Featherfoot was the best one,
Okay, now for Great Britain and the Blackpool Superlite SL300RR. Now, this has a power to weight ratio of 243 because it's about half a ton, so then you double the brake horsepower basically. So it's not all about power, it's about the power to weight, and of course the balance.
Oh, okay, so the Blackpool is just trying to show off now. Let's see how well the Blackpool does. Some more donuts, and a burnout.
Go on, Go on, Blackpool.
Come on, sir, we haven't got all day. Get to the start, please. Starting line, please.
All right. Okay, so the Blackpool's ready to go. Let's see how well the Blackpool does. It's a beautiful looking little vehicle. I think it's worth about 20 grand, but that was a really bad start.
That was an embarrassment, wasn't it? After all that, he gave it all the big boy at the beginning.
What are you talking about?
Well, he gave it all, didn't he? He gave it all at the beginning to show off he was some kind of big boy, and then he just messed it up.
Nice jump. Can he keep it under control? He did. That was impressive, because I've heard that this vehicle is quite a twitchy vehicle to control, and so far, well, so good, apart from
the beginning, literally just crossed the start line and spun out.
Well, beautiful. Nice. Oh no, it flew nicely, but on board with the Blackpool. Flies nicely, but just flicks the back out as he lands, tries to regain control. There's just no way that's going to happen. It's gone straight into that barrier.
Yeah, and I think that's going to cost him dearly, because I think that means the front, one of the front wheels is buckled. Was it the front right wheel now is a bit buckled and is flopping all over the place.
Yeah, so if it was hard to control before...
Oh, it's crabbing. It's crabbing now. The Blackpool is crabbing. Oh, dear.
Yeah, he is. I was going to make a car that was originally hard to control, is now even more harder to control, so I don't know how. But at least he's almost finished now with a final lap.
And I think the times for the Blackpool are going to be quite bad.
Yeah, I think it's probably going to put the Blackpool near the bottom of the leaderboard, which means it's going to cause him trouble in the actual race, because it means he's going to be at the back of the pack.
Right, okay, let's just narrowly miss those tyres there as he crosses the line for a 50.83.
That is the slowest time. The slowest time we've had.
It's the only British car wheeled it. She fell over.
Yes, so the Blackpool had to be towed back to the paddock upside down, which, oh dear, that's not a good look. Okay, it's time for the second Italian, which is also a Civetta
Whoa, get down. What's happening? Oh no.
Yes, that is the engine of the Civetta Bolide track toy.
Wow, that is scary.
Yeah, Boots, you can get out from under the table now.
No, I think I'm going to stay.
No, it's fine, you can get out from under the table. Come on, it's fine.
Okay, so that is terrifying.
Yeah, that is terrifying, isn't it? That's quite a vehicle. I think it's just these straight through little exhausts, which there's no silencing at all, and so you can hear the backfiring and everything going on. This is a scary looking car.
Yeah, it's scary looking and it's scary sounding. And it's...
My goodness. Okay, so let's see how the track toy gets on. Now, this is exactly what this race is all about, track toys. So let's see how he gets on.
Whoa! Okay. Whoa, dear.
Okay, so it sounded beautiful going over that jump. Oh, and again. But then spun out. This has been a difficult race so far. I mean, I thought these vehicles are designed to go around the bends very fast.
Yeah, they are, but... maybe it's the jump. I think it's the jump, which is... Because these vehicles aren't... Well, these vehicles are not designed to go over the jump.
No, and apparently if you say anything bad... Yep, if you say anything bad...
What?
If you say anything bad about this vehicle, it's going to shoot all over the place. I mean, that's what it sounds like. I mean, it's backfiring like crazy.
My goodness. So, yes. Again, it's buckled its front wheel, which has caused some trouble. And 29.07 was the second lap, but Buster, you weren't paying attention on the first lap.
No. Oh, dear. Oh, wow. Another one is flipped over, but at least it flipped over at the end and not during.
Yes, that's probably a good thing that it flipped over then and not during the race.
Okay, so we don't know much about the Genesis F2, but we know it's from Belgium. And I think this is what you've been waiting for.
Yes, the dead ball. That's what I've been waiting for. This thing is a beast.
Very modestly rolls out of the paddock.
It did, but how long is this going to last? Look, there we go. We needed some kind of donut, and here we go.
Yeah, so let's see how this thing does. This is the first time we've had a sort of a Formula 2 vehicle on the race, so it'll be interesting to see how this car does. Sort of like an Indy car. So let's see what it does. Let's see how the Genesis F2 does. We're getting ready to start with this vehicle.
I can't wait to see what it does. Here we go. Bit of a wheel spin starting up over the jump, the first jump, round the first bend.
Yes, but the time will tell. Let's see how the Genesis deals with this jump, because these vehicles are not designed to do the jump. We're going to go.
Ooh. Under control. Beautifully controlled over that jump. Maybe the front and rear wings kept it nice and even.
Yes, and then that rubber, here we go, kept it under control on the landing. Beautifully done. Yes, I have to agree, this does look good. The Genesis F2 is flying beautifully and has plenty of grip and a lot of downforce, but I did wonder, yeah, you can see it's not going up as high as some of the other vehicles.
No, it's not, and I think that's partially due to the massive amounts of downforce this thing has, because these things can practically drive upside down given the right conditions.
No, you're right, and again, we've not been paying any attention. It's 25.40. That means that we have a new track record. The Genesis F2 has taken the record away from the Owl, 26.04.
Here you go. So now it's a Cheria F320 from France.
This will be interesting. Like, how well will this thing do?
I don't know, but I mean, if the Genesis F2 is anything to go by,
I'm sure this will do good as well. There's so much grip. He could barely do a burnout there because there's just so much grip. Here we go. The Cheria F2 is getting lined up and ready to go. Here we go.
Let's see how I don't know. I mean, it'd be interesting to see how well this does in comparison to the Genesis F2. Here we go. We are off.
Off for the first bend. Looking nice, looking nice, under control. No problem at all. The Cheria F320 is making this look easy.
On the first jump, I love the way it just goes up and then it sort of levels out in mid-air and then just lands. This should have the name Featherfoot. It just lands like a feather.
It does. And for another jump, how are we going to get on here? Wow, you can see the front lift. So the front started to lift when it was on that jump. And I have seen these vehicles.
Oh, another jump?
Oh, you see that air get under the front and the front starts to lift. I've seen this happen before where cars have literally got air under the front and they have just flipped backwards. So it's good to see that the Cheria F320 is dealing with these jumps beautifully.
All right, a 25.99, which also beats the track record, but the new track record now is held by the Genesis F2.
So there we go. So here we have the list now for the grid for the main race. In first place is a Genesis F2, second place is a Cheria F320 V6, third place is the V6 R4, and then fourth is the Sunburst, fifth is the Civetta Bolide Evolution, sixth is the Tractoid, seventh is the Featherfoot, and eighth is the Superlite. Yeah, that's a shame that the Superlite ended up being last, because I was hoping that would do well, being a British car.
Yes, but it didn't. It was my car, the Genesis F2, came out first place. So this is a really good one. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens in the main race with all of these vehicles on the track together at the same time. I am sure it's going to be carnage.
I'm sure it will be too, so make sure you stay tuned for the main race, Race 7 Track Toys.
See you in the next one.